just about fun. That was a Native American flute in A minor. Tonight I'm dedicating this night to sort of an old time period in my life. I wasn't the best little boy back in that time period. I was an alcoholic and drug addict. But a lot of those times I played, not used to my hair being like this. I played in some open stages here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and some folk festivals, and I mostly did sort of folky little songs, and I'm going to share some of that stuff with you tonight. I did start with my latest thing, the drums and the Native American flute, but this song's called Wounded Bird. It's a Graham Nash song. I watched you go through changes that no man should face alone. Take the pill or bring you down. The choice is still your own. But arm yourself against the pain a wounded bird can give. But in the end, remember it's with you you have to live. But in the end, remember it's with you you have to live. It's a nice little song, isn't it? As long as you're doing that song, I might as well get a chord I don't really like to play out of the way. This is a Stephen Still song. 24 years ago, come into this life, son of a woman and a man who lived in strife. He was tired of being poor, and he wasn't into selling door to door, and he worked like a devil to be more. A different kind of poverty now sets my soul. Died after sleepless nights. I walk the floors and I wanna know, why am I so alone? Where is my woman? Can I bring her home? Have I driven her away? Is she gone? Morning comes the sunrise and I'm living to my bed. I see that it is empty and those devils are in my head. I embrace the many-colored beast. I grow weary of this torment. Can there be no peace? And I find myself just wishing that my life had seemed to cease. $65 ago, I come into this life, son of a woman and a man who lived in strife. I said, a man who lived in strife. yeah, it's coming. It will be gospel music, but this coming. I just sang that last verse to show you how old I am, 65, but not for long. On Friday the 13th, on November 13th, which is Friday the 13th, and we're going to have my 66th birthday bash. That'll be my birthday is that day. So we're going to try to get some musicians here, right here in this room, and have a little jam for you. And that way I can visit with people also, hopefully. And we're going to invite people to come out and listen to us play and just come back and talk about old times. But the next song I'm going to do is a little folk medley. I'll be a little country folk medley. You know, like I said, I'm dedicating the song to my folky years, and because that's the songs I'm playing. Some of them I've written too. I'll be getting there to those, but I'm going to do this song to just get me warmed up here. It's cold out there. It's going to be 17 tonight, and it's in October. What's wrong? We're supposed to be having 60-degree weather this time of year, but back to the subject, the song I'm going to play. It's an old folk song called Sweet Misery, written by Hoyt, Axton, and that'll be the second song. And the first song is a song I learned up from a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie. It was a little girl. She was skipping down the road, and she was singing this song. So I sat down, and I wrote. Next time it was on, I taped it, then I wrote down the words. I watched the video over and over and wrote down all the words and learned the little song. And I've now learned it's a Carolina folk song, so I call it Rabbit Along, but I'm not sure the name of it. Give me a bright twist in his hair. down the track with a chicken on my back. Soles of my shoes never gone. Going ways ahead, there's no farmer shed. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Weary bones, lazy bones, lazy bones. There I'll rest my weary bones. Ways ahead, there's no farmer shed. That's where I'll rest these weary Oh boy. Whoa. Refrigerator down here is pretty cold. That had ice in it. But I like to say that there's times in my life when I was a drug addict and an alcoholic, and I thought my life sometimes was going so good, but it really wasn't. I was spiraling out of control, and I almost died from a stroke at the age of 32. But I learned some songs. I have friends who have went through that struggle and not make it, and that's who this next song is about. It's about my good friend Arnold Hoskovic. He, when they found him, he was reaching up into the sky. He was purple. A blood clot had gone to his heart, and he died. And he died from drugs, and when he wasn't using drugs, he loved Jesus. So I don't argue the subject. I think was saved. He believed that Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead. But he still sinned, and he did die. And we need not to do that. We need to, once we find Jesus, we need to stay away from it. But tonight's not a night of preaching. I'm supposed to be taking the night off. This is a night of just sharing some of those old songs with you. But this is a song, another sort of country style song, but it's about Arnold Hoskovic, more known as Hoss, who died from drugs. He was like my brother too.
we get a little crazy and we got way out of control. We were lost in our inner selves, many times it almost took its toll. You see, we went our separate ways from those crazy summer days in the search for this golden gates, Lord. We can Then one night on a lonely curb, he was hit by a pickup truck. You are right, he would have been dead, but no, he lived. It was life. You see, we went our separate ways from those crazy summer days in the search for those golden gates with the Lord. I see because of stubbornness, I hadn't seen him for years. The man in a wheelchair, he needed a friend. Thing I learned from his death, I learned forgiveness and you see, we're separate ways from those crazy summer days in the search for those golden gates with the Lord. We can I say only keep our faith. He was a man about 6'8". He rode a full Loved you, Haas.
Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. I was going to change guitars, I changed my mind.
Song's called Keatla. I wrote this on a vacation I took when I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken back in 1992. That's where I decided I needed to quit my job there. And I'm not going to go into that whole subject and why or anything, but I went to Glacier National Park and I was on this road. It was a rock road and it went 40 miles and it ended up at this place that was Lake Keatla. And it was just a beautiful place. So I traveled 40 miles back, packed all my gear up and they saved a campsite for me at Lake Keatla and went back 40 miles. And the guy even arranged it so I didn't have to pay any more because I'd paid for the weekend at the other campground. So he was from Fremont, Nebraska. He gave me some of that Nebraska hospitality. But it was a wonderful time, and God spoke to me a lot there, and I realized some of my life wasn't really going like it should be. And that's what it's called Keatla. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is. I guess I'm going to do another song before that song. This is Psalm 133. I think the Lord's here with me and decided to change what I'm doing first. Then I'll go into that other song I said. Behold, Psalm 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell in unity. For this is like the precious oil upon the head, coming down upon those beards, even Aaron's beard, coming down upon the edge of his robe, yes, of his robe. Behold the dew of Hermon coming down upon the mountains of Zion. This is where the Lord commanded the blessing of life for, yes, evermore. For this is like the precious oil upon the head, coming down upon those beards, even Aaron's beard, coming down upon the edge of his robe, of his robe. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to live in unity. I was wandering down a rocky road in the glacier mountains, where the trees reach to the skies and the streams, they just flowed like fountains. I didn't know where I was going, oh no. There was so much beauty that I saw. Yes, it was windy and rough, dedicated to all the people who are battling fires out in Colorado. Not just Colorado. I'm sort of touched by the Cameron Peak fire because when I was raised, that's where my family spent the summer almost every year, was in that area. I prayed for that area and all around Rocky Mountain National Park, all the fires. I prayed for California fires and all the fires in the West. I just pray that the snow helped this past weekend, or past days, or a couple days here, helps to put those fires out. God has a purpose behind it. I saw beauty in a forest fire. It was a deer and some mountain flowers. And off in the horizon, the mountains reach to the clouds like towers. I didn't know where I was going. Oh no, there was so much beauty that I saw. Yes, it was windy and rough, but little did I know I was on that road to King's Law. The night before my rocky journey, four of us sang, yes, we played guitars. We harmonized Amazing Grace. Our voices, they echoed, and they echoed to the stars. I didn't know where I was going, oh no. There was so much beauty that I saw. It was windy and rough, but little did I know I was on that road to King's Law. In the sacredness of wild wilderness, in the home of that mighty grizzly, here God shows us many things, but here is where He teaches us serenity. I didn't know where I was going, oh no. There was so much beauty that I saw. Oh, it was windy and rough, but little did I know I was on that road to King's Law. I was wandering down that rocky road in the glacier mountains. Yeah, that vacation I traveled 4,000 miles in 12 days. Took over 600 pictures. But that's just, what a great vacation. I went to a few national parks, from the Tetons to Yellowstone, the Glacier, the Devil's Tower, to the Badlands, and the Bighorn Mountains. I stayed there a night in Wyoming, and what a wonderful, wonderful time. And then I followed a storm all the way from Lake Keithla to Lincoln. But the next song I'm going to do is about a time in my life when I was a pretty confused individual. I was married to my second wife, and we did a lot of drugs and we drank a lot, and I hope she's come out of it. And she also was labeled schizophrenic, and she was suicidal, and it was a really tough time in my life. But when I went to work, I worked at Yellow Cab here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and my cab was sort of like my little place. I could just get away from everything. You know, I drove people around, but I got away from a very violent home life. I know what abuse is. I was abused, but I don't want to judge anyone, but it's just what happened to me. I understand some of the problems women go through, but I, as a man, I could control my wife, who was a very strong lady. But I don't want to talk about that. I'm not here to witness tonight. I'm here to play some music, and I'm going to do a song called Cab Days. he lit up a joint and he drove the day away. Said, I drove the day away. Driving, whoa, into the wind. My guitar by my side. That's where I got these many scars. Gave her kind of you and I. Just like gave her kind of you and remember if I did this verse now, I'm gonna do it again then. The dispatcher's giving me a frown. I made it. I did do that verse, so let's move on to the next one. It's been many days since I hit those streets, burning bridges without a way. But sometimes driving in the 49, I think back to the good old days. Feel like anyone back in the good old days. Driving into the window, my guitar by my side. That's where I got these many scars. Gave her I said, gave her kind of good I said, gave her kind of I better stop my hands from. Takes almost 9 months to a year to recover from carpal tunnel. It's only been 3 months, but that was a rough time in my life. But I still was blessed by the times. You know, I was a really bad drug addict and alcoholic, but God got me through that time, and He can get other people through those kind of times. You know, it's sad when you see people like a song I sang earlier, Haas, how he died, and I can name a list of other people that died because of drugs or alcohol. But I don't want to go into that. I just want to say that this was a night of folk music, and those were tunes that came out of that time period of my life, and I still play them on the porch in the backyard on Saturdays in the summertime. But and I mix in my gospel stuff because you know I'm going to do that. I did it with Psalm 133 earlier. But I just want to say, everyone have a blessed day, night, or whatever time it is that you see this. And just remember, Jesus does save, and He can pull you out of anything. And I literally mean anything. May God bless. Adios, amigos. Oh, muchacho.